Coach, playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 20. Three-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Get set. 19. Check 53. Get track. 55.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. 59. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Time to go.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. First carry for Royce Freeman. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
The tackle made by Dexter Lawrence. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
380. Not today, Mark. Not today. One foot. 57's the mic, right? 57.
Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. Now you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Lynch running right. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First down, Cleveland.
Flying 90. Mike 57. Front left, front left.
First down to run with Lynch. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win. Go. 57's the mic. Right, 57. Bang out. 57's the mic. 57. Let's go, D.
On second down, Lynch. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Go down. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run. Go. Set. Check 4.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Alert.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
And I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's get up.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gotta do better. Come on down.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley.
Switch.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On 3rd down, Barkley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Let's make these babies cry.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check pass. Switch.
They'll run with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 3 yards on 1st, 4 on 2nd, and now 5 on 3rd down. Move the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch Mike. Oh, yeah.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Dolphins on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Danny. Bang, bang, bang. Watch the eye. 26. Hey.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
57. Run left. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run to Marshawn Lynch. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. He's going to get this out to Marshawn Lynch. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get it. Ready?
On the run, it's Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets this to the Browns' 32-yard line.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On second down, Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They have a first and 10 at the 18. Steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dexter Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 37. Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. 57 to my work.
Now it's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Hunter Henry brings it in. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Watch safety creep.
Bring out. Fire.
Now Wilson on first down. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
50. 380. 53. Here I come.
Go, guys, go down.
On 2nd down now. It's Lynch, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
On the ground, it's Lynch. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Just like that.
Hey, 0-0-0.
They'll run with Lynch. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
12. Zebra.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's third and 7.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike, in your face. Mike's 57.
Zebra. Let's go.
On third down, this is where. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They come up in an offset eye. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal.
Look left.
They'll run for it with Lynch. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second and goal at the 2-yard line.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Lynch, the lone man in the backfield now on second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And once again, the Browns are back in front. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his second TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Check 24. Line up, line up.
Time to go, night.
24.
Check three. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check.
Alert.
From the gun, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw. And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time.
Let's go.
It's a gain of 32 yards. And the Dolphins, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's first and 10. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
59.
They'll go to Barkley again. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Well, they go with a tight end carry. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 8, read.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get about 5 here, so he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
19-yard line.
15, line it. 15 line. You better be afraid of me. Let's go.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get this down only to the 18. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
That's it, baby. That's it. That's it. Big hit.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
I can't believe they let you play. 24.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Harold Landry in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They go jet sweep. Washington with it. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
14, run it.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. My 52, my 52. Watch it slap. Watch it slap. My 54. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. 31. Time to go.
Watson. Buying time to his left. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Freeman again. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Check 52's the mark. Check 52's the mark. Save on the order. Slam, slam, slam. Hey, 59.
Back to throw. Steps away. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Smart play to get rid of it there, but now it's 4th down. Your margin for error pretty much out the window.
That means you have to come up with a big-time throw here and a completion in order to keep this 2-minute drive going.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So here we go. On now is the kicker, Chris Boswell. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Well, sometimes you get a mismatch in these divisional round games. Not here. This has been everything we could have hoped for.
Okay, Brandon, don't get mad at me, but it's time for the old cliche.
Bring it.
Neither of these teams deserves to lose, but in the end, it's looking like the late field goal is going to be the difference in this game.
That's a good cliche. We'll let that one go. The Browns drive about to get started. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He's back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play.
3rd and 15.
One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
Cannot finish a game on a defensive penalty. That's why they get one more untimed attempt.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the kick is good. He puts it through, and they are moving on to the AFC Championship game. And they have secured a spot in the Conference Championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the Conference Championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable.